D. We're gonna see what we got going on for the collective. It is Scorpio season, so say happy birthday to all the Scorpios out there. Show them some love. Celebrate where Scorpio is in your chart. All right. What we got going on? Happy birthday to all the November Scorpios, all the October Scorpios. I hope you enjoyed yours, and I hope you're still enjoying Scorpio season. What messages we got for the collective? What's going on with them? What do they need to know? What's going on with the collective? What's up, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? We're gonna pull some cards and see what's popping with everybody. Messages coming out for the collective. Ooh. What do we need to know? Is this, if this falls out, I'm gonna take these. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bingo. All right then. Page of Pentacles in reverse, Strength in reverse, the contract card. Okay. 9 of Swords reverse, and Death. Now let's see, what is this about? So I feel like somebody's coming back around because they may not have the control that they have over a situation, or they thought they had control over something. Something is over and done for sure. But there's a spin the block energy is what I'm getting here. Especially with this 5 of Pentacle energy in reverse and the Strength energy in reverse. Somebody's trying to spin the block because they don't have the control that they thought they had. Like, so you could have left something alone, left someone alone, stop participating in some type of activity, and it could come back knocking at your door. Like, for example, it could have been maybe you had a bad Haagen-Dazs addiction, right? And you kicked it for about 2 months, right? And now all of a sudden you starting to crave Haagen-Dazs again, and you're like, oh shit, here it go. You know what I mean? On the low, it's trying to result. It's trying to reconnect you with the contract. Okay, trying to get you back into the contract, trying to get you to come back around. You know, because it don't have a hold over you like it used to, right? But you're not sweating that no more. It's like, yo, I'm letting go of that stress. I'm letting go of that aggravation. I know eating that ice cream ain't no good for me. I know I'm gonna have to work out twice as hard. I know I don't went up a pant size. Like, I know I don't want all them problems. So I'm gonna have to just let this go. I'm gonna have to dead it. I'm gonna have to let it be, right? And that's a fitting story for for Scorpio season, right? Bringing death to something that maybe had control over you, whether it's a person, place, thing, or idea, right? An addiction could be the idea or the mental aspect of it that has a control over you. Maybe it's a food addiction or a sex addiction or a gambling addiction or a gaming addiction. Anything that you do in excess and you gotta do it is an addiction. Okay, you just gotta do it. It's not like you need it. You wasn't born with that, desire, right? So it's not anything that's natural, right? Like you have a desire for air. That's natural. You was born with that, right? But this desire, or whatever this is, you wasn't born with it. Now, if it's a person, it could be their hold over you. You know, with the Leo energy, we're dealing with the heart. So for some of you, it could have something to do with medication. Maybe you were able to get off that medication, you know, or maybe you were able to stay off the medication because you were doing things like, you know, beet juice. You know, you were juicing, Y- um, and then maybe you haven't been doing it for a while, and now all of a sudden, you know, you feeling like, okay, you know, I'm feeling lightheaded, I'm getting headachy. You know, I know I need to go ahead and start juicing again if you haven't in a while, because the next thing you know, you're gonna be on that medication. So it could be something like that. It could be anything. It could be a person who's mad because, okay, y'all broke up. And I was just thinking about that earlier too. You know, those relationships where people cycle back around. It's like, you know, that song by Alicia Keys, Unbreakable. To me, that's a very toxic song. But the lyrics go, we might have to take a break, but y'all know we'll be back next week. I'm singing this love is unbreakable. That type of thing. So somebody might be feeling that way about you. But what I'm getting here with the 9 of Sword in reverse and death, you're not feeling that. You ain't with that. You're not with that unbreakable. You're like, nah, we're not doing this again. Nah, we're not spinning the block. Nah, we're not going back to doing that again. You know how much headache it gave me? You know how much headache it gave me? Yeah, I'm done with the headache. Right? That's what I'm getting here. Oh, let me use this deck. My bad. But let's see what the headache is about. Let's get more detail. What's coming back around? The stress, the nightmares, the aggravation. Okay? This is what's coming back around. Okay? Or, what you have let go of. Okay? Aggravation, stress. But the strength energy in reverse, this person or situation or thing no longer has control over you because you have self love. Exactly. What's hidden from you or what you didn't realize is that, because you're true to yourself, or, this person don't like that. They mad that you broke the contract. Or them parasites, they mad because you ain't feeding them that McDonald's or that Haagen-Dazs. Or, your gambling partner is mad because you don't want to go gamble with them. Or the person you used to get high with is mad because you don't want to get high with them no more. Or you changed, you brand new. No, I just don't want to continue to be a heroin addict. This all is all. I'm not sticking no needles in my arm. I'm not with it. I'm not doing it. I'm not, I don't got time. Right? I'm not doing that no more. That shit is over. I'm not trying to die. Okay? Self love. Beautiful thing here. Somebody mad about that. They definitely mad. Yeah. For some of y'all, this situation was making you ill. So now you're feeling a lot better that you're not dabbling in that anymore. Whatever it was you was dabbling in, it don't even stress you out no more. You went from being stressed the hell out, almost 10 of swords your ass, okay? To now, it's over. We got the savings energy with the death here. This talks about preservation. Yeah, so this is someone was putting off ending something. You know, somebody's having a hard time letting it go. Somebody thinks, oh, okay, well, we'll go back around again, or I'll see them again, or we'll do it again, and somebody want another round. This is plain and simple here. This particular reading. Yeah, the lovers. Look at that. Choices, options, your perspective on things, how you see it. Okay? This person want to come back around. Not only do they want to come back around, they probably got somebody else if it's another person. Yeah. Page of Swords. It's like this person is observing. They're watching you. They see you loving on yourself. They see you happy without them. That's what it is. That makes them what? Furious. Okay? Furious. Yeah. See? So now they about to act a fool. Now they about to go crazy. Now they about to go bonkers. Right? Or they mad because you just decided, you know what? I feel like this is, Uranus energy with the flu. That's Uranus. A lot of people call it Aries. My research is Uranus. Uranus rules Aquarius. Uranus is something that's unexpected. Okay? So for some of y'all, this person with this Uranus energy, be careful, because I don't know if somebody trying to destroy your property. I'm getting that. I don't know if somebody trying to come to your destroy your where you live at, try to get you put out of your place, try to mess up your vehicle. Okay, something that you got a lease with, or you got some type of contract with. Be careful. This person might try to be stupid and do something to it. Okay? If this is a person here, yeah, for some of y'all, you no longer are stressed out about this situation. You're no longer stressed. Yeah, see? Judgment in reverse. It no longer has control over you. We got judgment and death here. The shit is over. Over. Okay? Over. So now with the Knight of Wands energy here, for some of y'all, you ended the situation, but I feel like somebody was dealing with you and they was dealing with someone else. Okay? With the Knight of Cup energy here. For some of y'all, they was trying to put you to the side and hold you to the side, and thought you was just gonna sit there and not do nothing with nobody else, not move on until they got ready to deal with you. Like, this shit is bananas. This is crazy. What's this, lovers? Yeah, Ten of Swords in reverse. See, this is what I'm talking about. All this Gemini energy. Ain't Mercury in retrograde right now? About to go in retrograde. So yeah, I feel like you escaped whatever this person had. For some of y'all, it was to be in a lover's triangle here, which would have been a nightmare for you. Or this is a nightmare that they never thought you was gonna leave. They never thought you was gonna escape. They never thought you was gonna get away. I feel like with all these swords and the judgment energy, this person has some type of psychological hold on you. But it's because y'all had a contract. I feel like y'all had a contract, uh, a spiritual contract. Yeah, look at this: the star energy and the Aquarius energy. You decided to detach, and that made this motherfucker furious. Okay? You ended everything. You ended this contract. You kept it real with yourself and you true with yourself. And to be really honest, that's how they feel. They mad about that. They don't like that you got control over yourself. And they no longer have control over you. Look at these control cards. Look at the control cards that are showing up. With somebody trying to be in control of a situation. Judgment in reverse, strength in reverse, the death energy. This is like someone trying to control you and tell you what to do. Okay? They can't do it no more. They don't have that hold over you. So for some of you, you outgrew a scenario or a situation that you were supposed to end. This is what you were supposed to do, and you did it. Okay? You outgrew it. You learned the lesson. You moved on. Okay? And for some reason, for some reason, that's not a good idea for this person because they was benefiting from you. I'm just sick of the same story. Six of Cup, and yeah, from the past. But some of you, you heal some childhood wounds. This is what I'm talking about. This was past life, okay, past life or childhood situation here, okay. Let's get some other cards out here. Let's do something else because that's pretty cut and dry. So some of y'all are wrapping up karmic cycles this Scorpio season. Congratulations to you. All right, that's a lot of work, but that's the whole purpose of Scorpio season, is for you to see what is toxic, and for you to take care of it, get rid of it, so that you can have new, begin anew. All right, and that's what you did. So that's what's up. All right, what else we got? Messages for the collective. What else we dealing with? Oh, it was cold today where I'm at. I was talking to my peoples from back up north, and they said it snowed a little bit north. I'm like, dang, it's just a little chilly down where I'm at. But we ain't get no snow, and I'm glad. I am so glad. But shout out to y'all who dealing with that Arctic air, that cold ass. Oof, you know what it is. Winter is right around the corner. Chariot energy, Page of Pentacles reverse. Judgment again. Scorpionic season. Where Pluto at right now? Pluto's in is it Aquarius? Yeah, I think Pluto's in Aquarius. All right, the Hermit energy in reverse. So we got the Chariot, the Page of Pentacles in reverse, Judgment, Queen of Swords, and the Hermit in reverse. What's this about? This will look a little juicy. All right, but for some of y'all, it could be that somebody passed away and nobody told you. I don't know if this is a family member. It could be family with the Chariot energy. It could be a family member, or somebody's having a hard time getting in contact with you. They don't know where you at. They want to know where you are. They're trying to get in contact with you because somebody passed away. Okay, it could be a family member trying to reach out to you, or it could be a childhood friend, or somebody you also could have been somebody you worked with. Somebody may not know why this person passed away or how they passed away. Cause of death could still be unknown. Autopsy may not have been done yet. Okay. Um, I'm getting crooked cop energy out here too. Okay. Somebody may have been in a position where they may have been exposed to some crooked dealings, military or police, where People are they did something where they destroyed someone's career or life or lied on someone, provided some type of evidence to get someone caught up in some bullshit, and that is being overturned. The evidence is being overturned, or the evidence is was destroyed, or something like that. I'm getting okay. Somebody is blaming something on someone who passed away. Okay, that's another thing I'm seeing here. Mm. Let's see what else comes out. But there's an energy here of someone not being able to trust someone. There's a disloyal energy floating around. Tell me about this chariot. Eternal love with the chariot. Hmm. So somebody feels like no matter what goes on, like I was just saying in the other reading, no matter what goes on, we gonna stay together. We gonna be together. All right. It could be that somebody stepped out and had multiple children on someone. Okay. Or somebody may have found out some children are not theirs. Okay. And they're not telling this person. What's this Page of Pentacle in reverse? Gain. Yeah, see? Somebody lied or did something dishonest, or didn't. Somebody told somebody don't worry about something, like don't worry about it, it's all good, we gonna be all right anyway. Or don't tell them, because then you won't be able to benefit if you tell them, type of thing. I'm also getting the energy of abortions. All right, somebody having abortions. Okay. Somebody might have gave somebody some money to get an abortion, and somebody didn't do it, and then they find out years later this person didn't have an abortion. Okay, that's something I'm getting here. Okay, care. Yeah, what I tell you with the care card and the judgment. There's also an energy of somebody trying to have a child and they're having difficulty doing so. Like somebody really would want, they really want a child. They may have had three miscarriages, is what I'm getting here. Yeah, somebody's having a problem getting pregnant, that wants to get pregnant. Or somebody is with someone. I'm getting a story of a woman who's with a man and she don't want to have kids, but he do. Um, she want to stay in a relationship or wants to stay with him, but she don't want to have kids. So, multiple stories in reference to having kids. We have the real estate energy with the Queen of Swords. So this could be about a house, also someone buying a home. Uh, Somebody could be shopping for a home and they're planning in advance because they want to have a certain amount of children. So they're purchasing a house with a certain amount of bedrooms, is what I'm getting. Somebody didn't investigate something the way they should have. They got caught up in something. Okay. This is another thing here. Somebody being trapped with a child and they didn't want one, or not wanting a child and feeling trapped. Something about that. Yeah, someone didn't investigate the way that they should have. They didn't think about what they were doing. They didn't think, they didn't investigate, they didn't second guess something. They were told something, they believed it because their lover told them or their family told them. Well, our parents stayed together, this is what they did. When back in our grandparents, they stayed together, and this, how some dudes be talking that bullshit. Well, our parents was together, our grandparents and stuff, they stayed together 50, 60, 70 years. Yeah, but a lot of them was unhappy. That's why what you don't know is a lot of the grandmothers were telling their granddaughters, yo, get your own money so that you don't have to depend on a man. Back then they had to, they didn't have no choice. So that's why women stayed with men as long as they did, because they couldn't get credit cards until 1971 in their own name. They couldn't get checking accounts until the 70s. Women couldn't get them in their own name. So yeah, they had to stay with men. They had no choice. That was the way they survived. It's like you find the highest bidder who's willing to take care of you, and as a result, because you can't get your own checking account, you can't have your own credit card, you got to have it under your man's name or your husband's name. If you're not making money under the table, then you're pretty much stuck as a woman. So yeah, they stayed with these men for all these years, and these men knew what time it was, and they was really terrible with these women. They were more terrible than they are now, and men are terrible. A lot of men are terrible now. Not all. Some of y'all are dope, but a lot of men are terrible with women, and they were even worse back then. Okay, because they could get away with treating a woman the way they wanted to treat her, because that's the way the world was set up then. It's not set up that way anymore. So this is why a lot of men are upset, because they don't have that control. They can't grab you and just do whatever they want with you. You know what I'm saying? They can't even make you marry them. Now, that's a whole nother story. But yeah, so some of y'all, this is what this is here. And the thing is that this is where you getting grandma telling, look, get your own money. Get your own money so you can take care of yourself. Right? That way you don't have to, sit around and have a baby by someone that you really don't want to have a baby by, because, that way the man won't leave you. So that's why a lot of women had babies, and that's why a lot of women had a lot of babies. It's like, okay, the men were more responsible back then too. They didn't have a problem spending money. They didn't have a problem taking care of their women and their children. Nowadays, to just get a man to take you out on a date and take you to Cheesecake Factory, they want to, bug out. You know what I mean? Cheesecake Factory. Why can't I just take you to McDonald's? Or you know what I mean? These guys are insane nowadays. Um, but the thing is that women are a lot smarter nowadays. You know what I mean? They're figuring things out. They can get their own home, they can get their own apartment, they can sign their own lease. So a lot of women are I don't know where this is coming from, but this is in the reading, y'all. I'm just reading the cards. So a lot of women are just deciding not to be married, and a lot of women are deciding not to have children. This is something that's real. This is something that's going on. Now, another story I'm seeing here is like I said, there's an energy of someone saying, okay, well, our grandparents stayed together forever, and that's because they had children. A lot of them had children, and they stayed together, and they were happy, but a lot of them felt trapped. And it wasn't like they thought things out. They didn't think things through, because that's just the way it was back then. you know they didn't recognize. I'm just, this is the energy I'm getting from this reading. Like, I didn't want to talk about that. Not that I had a particular agenda, but some people may feel like, oh, whatever with that, what you talking about. I'm just reading the cards. Just reading the cards. Okay. But yeah, somebody didn't second guess what was going on. They just went with the flow. I'm seeing that really heavily here. It could be about a house as well. Okay, somebody didn't second guess a house, but there's a trap energy with this house. Somebody didn't read what they were supposed to read. I feel like there's a house somebody bought, and the thing is that the house is really inexpensive, and someone doesn't know why, and it's because somebody passed away in the house. Okay, it could have been a family, a whole family who passed away in the house, some children who passed away in the house. Okay, I'm sorry to give that message, but that's what I'm seeing. So you may be wondering why a house is so inexpensive or so cheap. Do some research. Somebody passed away in the house. The house may be haunted, or it's just got a bad stigma with it. Okay, yeah, the King of Cups. Chariot, King of Cups. This is an energy of somebody who feels like they could, um, they want somebody to be around forever. This is somebody who wants to be in a relationship, who wants to be married, who wants to have a committed relationship, and wants to grow old with their partner. Okay, because Scorpionic energy deals with your energy and their partner's energy merging together. The thing is that somebody doesn't want to have children, or somebody doesn't have a lot of money, or somebody didn't think about things or didn't think things through. Yeah, the moon energy, they didn't know. This is something that caught them off guard. Somebody may not, okay, somebody may have gotten, somebody could be saying a child is there, and it's not. You get with somebody and you've been with them about 3 months, and they was messing with somebody else prior to you, and then all of a sudden 3 months in, now they pregnant. Yeah, somebody needs to question that. Somebody's not questioning it, because the timing, I guess, with the moon phase and all that. I feel like the timing is what convinced this person. It's like, okay, well, I started messing around with you around this time. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, so yeah, it would make sense that you're pregnant with my child. But what you don't know is this woman was dealing with someone else. Also, I'm getting the energy of someone marrying a woman who has kids with someone else, but the father is no longer around. He may have died. Yeah, it could be up to three children that this man is taking on. He got married and he's taking on this connection with this woman. He may have had one child with her, with the Page of Pentacle in energy in reverse. But there's also an energy of someone afraid of losing money, which is why they went ahead and did something or created some type of illusion or deception here. So somebody's definitely purposely trying to trap someone. Could be with a baby. Yeah, the Eight of Swords. So this is an energy of somebody realizing, somebody questioning, if a child is theirs. There's a man here questioning if a child is his. Somebody also is getting out of jail, the father of a child. So a woman could have had children by a man. He could be in prison. He could be getting out. And she's already with someone else. Okay. Somebody needs to also come to, somebody's getting out on parole or probate. What is it? Parole. They're getting paroled out and they need a place to stay. With the Queen of Swords and the real estate. Somebody needs a place to stay, needs a place to live. So this could be what this person's goal is. This person is like, okay, I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna go in here and get with her. I'm gonna get her pregnant, and then that way we just going, we're gonna be together. That's what I'm getting here. A man could have went to jail, and this woman is telling this man is his kid, and it's not. Okay, yeah, with the Fool energy here with the real estate, this is somebody who's playing games. Okay, this is somebody who shows up at somebody's door out of the blue, or this is a contract here that is signed, and somebody doesn't really understand, why the house is so inexpensive, why it's so cheap. Yeah, like I said, there's a spirit in this house with the Judgment and the Eight of Swords. It's a child spirit. Okay, it could be 2 to 3 children who died in this house. I'm telling y'all, for some of y'all, that's what's going on here. Okay. Yeah, the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, see, somebody tried to trap someone, but it didn't work. Or someone's going to try to trap someone, but it's not going to work. Somebody's trying to pull the wool over someone's eyes. This could be that this person is like, okay, well, there's a game here that someone is playing. Remember I was just talking to y'all about the men and the women and, what's going on the internet today, modern society, and men fighting with women and women fighting with men and all this crazy shit, which is they just beating y'all in the head and making y'all hate men and making y'all hate women so y'all can fight with one another. That's all they doing. But some people are actually falling for this dumb shit. But there is an energy here of somebody telling someone, well, you're gonna be lonely the rest of your life, type of thing. Like somebody is looking at somebody as if, well, if you don't get married, you're gonna be lonely the rest of your life. And the reality is anyway. Nine of Wands. Yeah, this is somebody who's like, yo, you're not gonna just jump in. We're not gonna just live together. This is somebody who wants to just hop in and have a relationship with you. They want to move in. Yeah, this is what I'm getting here. Somebody who just wants to move in out of the blue. They just want you to be like, okay, well, let's move in together, or let's get a house together. Or this is this real estate agent trying to get you to sign this agreement here, but this house is haunted for some of y'all. Like I'm getting a couple different storylines, but the house is definitely haunted. Okay, yeah, because I'm getting a ghost. I'm getting a child ghost energy here. The moon, fruitful, fruitful and multiply. Somebody is draining somebody's energy. Something is draining someone's energy. There's a spirit in this house and it's draining someone's energy. What's this moon? Illusions. Like I said, somebody is fooling someone. Someone is trying to tell someone um, something to get them to do what they want them to do. But there's illusions this person is creating. Yeah, here's the Ten of Swords in reverse. The Eight of Swords, Ten of Swords. There's a lot of, if it's not someone playing psychological games, telling someone something, this is paperwork, documentation. We got a lot of swords out here. Okay. The Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords, exactly. So someone is trying to rush someone to do something, trying to rush someone to sign something or to get into something. Somebody's trying to make a decision here and someone is trying to rush them. Someone is trying to weigh the pros and the cons, or someone is trying to figure out how somebody thinks so that they can counteract whatever it is that they're going to, like a salesman would try to figure out, they'll talk to you and try to figure out, what your hesitation is. And then they'll try to have some type of way around it. It's like, this is what this person is doing here. But for whatever reason, you're not having it. For some of y'all, this person is beating you in the head, telling you, oh, well, let's be together forever. We could be together, just to move in with you and use you. Okay, man or woman, don't matter. This is a hobosexual. Times is hard out here. Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about. People trying to juggle. They trying to make ends meet. They not telling you that though. They not telling you that. Somebody might have lost their job and they don't got nowhere to go. They don't know what to do. And they looking at you like, oh, well, you lonely. You ain't got nobody. So I can just go over here with you and try to work it out. We're gonna try to make it, let's make it work. Like, we ain't getting no younger, we might as well do it. Let's get married, baby. But you shouldn't trust this person. This person is just doing this because they want to gain from you. Okay? This person is going through it. They for a lot of you, this person don't like this is somebody who's trying to commit. Here go the chariot again. Okay, coming out again. This person is they're trying their best. For some of y'all, they want to know where you live or they want to move in with you. They're trying to do everything they possibly can to move in with you. But you ain't allowing it. You're not having it. They're trying to find out where you live. See, High Priestess energy too. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Trying to find out where you live. For some of y'all, that's what they want to do. They want to find out where you live. You don't work with this person or you don't talk to this person anymore. Or you're not around them anymore. Ace of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. Yep. Somebody trying to find out what you got, how much money you got, because they want in. They want in. Okay? This is somebody who wants in. This is somebody who's gonna lie to you and tell you that they broke up with their partner. Like, I'm picking up an energy of a man who could be married. He going through hard times with his wife or his girlfriend, or whether he married or not, or a woman, she married or she got a boyfriend, they going through hard times or whatever. She don't want to be with him no more, but she can't afford to live by herself. He don't want to be with her no more, but he can't afford to pay his own bills. So he looking at you or she looking at you, trying to beat you in the head, talking about, let's go ahead and get together, let's be together forever. This could be somebody you already got kids with, maybe you don't. But I feel like for some of y'all, this is a blended family as well. Okay, definitely a blended family. These are children that are not yours. You would have to help take care of, okay, if you was to get with this person. This person is definitely just coming around for an agenda. And here go the trap right here with the Three of Pentacles in reverse. For some of y'all, they thinking that you're not going to think twice. You're going to go ahead and hop on it because you lonely. You ain't got nobody. So for some of y'all are single. You may not have any children, or maybe you do, okay? For some of y'all, you don't have any children. With the Page of Pentacle in reverse and again, this is what is beneficial for them. You don't have no kids. So a woman could be coming at you. She got 2 or 3 kids, okay, by somebody else, okay? And then she want to get pregnant by you, or telling you the baby that she pregnant with is yours, okay? Because she wants you to help take care of it. This is a man who got kids by other women. He gonna try to come in and try to get you pregnant, try to get you to help him take care of his other kids. Yeah, this is what this is. This is all this shit is. Now, for some of y'all, y'all escaped this situation, okay? For some of y'all, this person tried to play you, but you escaped it. Yeah, you woke up. This is what this person didn't realize. They're trying to figure out, well, how did you, how did you find out, or how is this not working? It's supposed to work. Why it ain't working? Mm-hmm. Because you figured they asses out. This is crazy. Somebody lost their job though. That's why they coming around. Yo, I'm telling you, it's a difficult time out here for a lot of people. Be careful. Don't let people use you though. Okay, it's a lot. Be on. Keep your head on the swivel. Okay. If a person reaching out to you all of a sudden out of the blue talking about, hey baby, I ain't seen you in a long time. You know you always was my favorite girl. Or me and my partner, we having a difficult time right now, right? We having a difficult time. We having a hard time getting along. We ain't getting along. So this motherfucker want to be out here playing around. Okay, so they gonna lie to you, tell you all kinds of bullshit, so they can move in with you for a hot month or two, until they get tired of you, and then they gonna go back until they part, and then they gonna go back to their partner. Yo, criticism. So somebody could be criticizing you because you're not going for the bullshit. For some of you, if you're trying to get pregnant, this man is criticizing you because you can't have a baby. For some of y'all with somebody, and this person is trying to get you pregnant because they're trying to lock your ass down, or they're trying to trap you, and it's not working because you're not able to get pregnant by this person. And spiritually, that's a good thing, because you're being protected. So some people be trying hard as hell to get pregnant by somebody, and they have miscarriages and abortions. To me, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes that means spiritually you're not supposed to be with that person. A lot of people look at shit from a 3D level, but you also have to look at things from a spiritual level. Sometimes when I see people who try to get pregnant and they can't, on the 3D level, sometimes I see that as a spiritual thing. Because sometimes we're not supposed to be in contract with people. Sometimes we create contracts with people we ain't supposed to create contracts with. And then we try to, on the 3D level, oh, I love him or I love her, let's get married, let's get together. But in reality, the universe did not plan for you to get married to this person. So this is why a lot of times people get married, be in a relationship for years, and then they break up. And people don't, well, damn, they've been together for 25 years, and they broke up because either they were supposed to be together that long for that particular moment, and then they were supposed to break up, or they was never supposed to be together. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be looking at things from a spiritual perspective as well. Same thing with having a child. If you having a hard time having a child with a person, and then you break up with them, and then you go be with somebody else, and then boom, you pregnant. That's because you wasn't supposed to be with that person. You wasn't supposed to have a child with that other person. Some of y'all have karmic children, meaning, well, children are your karma anyway. But some of y'all got with a karmic, somebody who was karmic. You wasn't supposed to get with them. You wasn't supposed to stay with them. You wasn't supposed to have a kid with them, but you did. But moving on. There's so many different scenarios coming out here. Yeah, doubts. Somebody got doubts about a child being theirs. Somebody also has doubts about being with a person. It's like, I don't believe what you're telling me. I think you're lying to me. I don't think you're lying. I don't think you're being honest. I think you're lying to me about this kid, or I think you're lying to me about trying to be with me. I don't trust you. Like, this happened to me once. When I was young and dumb, I was with this dude. I was messing around with this dude, and he was like, "Yo, I want you to move in with me, or whatever." Basically because he needed help paying the bills. Like, he had a 2-bedroom, and the people he was staying with, they left. So it was just him trying to hold down the 2-bedroom. So I was staying with my mom's, and I could, I'm like, yeah, I could use a place to stay. So he presented me with the opportunity. So I was like, okay, cool. And then, when I got there, he's like, I want you to be my girl. And I'm like, really? Like, all this time we've been, hanging out, and you want me to be your girl? And I knew something was up. I was on the 8 of Swords shit. And so 2 or 3 days later, after I moved in, that's when he told me he didn't want a he didn't want a relationship. So You could be having doubts about what somebody is telling you, like they want to be with you, they want to move in with you. It's like, yeah, I don't know all that. But then at the same time, this is somebody who criticizes you, because the hermit energy in reverse and the criticism energy, they go hand in hand. It's somebody who overanalyzes, who's too critical, they very picky. Somebody who would have never chose you had they not been in this financial situation. Okay? This is what this is. They would have never chose you because they too picky or too critical about what they like and what they don't like. So you was never, they only coming to you now for some of y'all because you single, you don't got no kids, you're the best, situation for them. What I tell you, I told you they thought you was lonely. I told you. Now, for some of y'all, this person lonely, they think you lonely. See, a lot of people think that people who are single are lonely. Listen, I'm single and I've been single for a long time. If I told you how long I've been actually single, as in divorced, and ain't been in a relationship since, you probably be like, yo, something definitely is wrong. But the thing is that I'm not lonely. I have, people that I connect with in the community. I have people that I call friends. I have some people that I call family. So I have connection. You understand what I'm saying? So people they try to misdiagnose and say, oh, okay, well, you don't have no penis in your life or you don't have no pussy in your life. So that means you're lonely. No, you can have good friends and good family and good community and not be lonely. You just not having sex. So, some people don't understand it because they don't have discipline. They don't have control over themselves. They gotta have sex. Most people who are in relationships and marriages it's based on sex. Some people just got an itch that needed to be scratched, and they're like, "Oh, okay, well, you could pay bills too. Okay, well, we might as well move in." But they ain't interested in being in a relationship. A lot of people that get married, a lot of men that marry women, they only marry women because they don't want nobody else to get the benefits from the woman that they getting the benefits from. A lot of men don't even love their wives. A lot of women don't even love their husbands. They getting a benefit from this man, and they don't want nobody else to have that benefit. So they doing everything they can to get married to this man, or to get this man to marry them, or to have kids, to latch on to this man, so that they still benefit financially from the man, even if he try to move on. They still in his pockets. You understand? People be doing wild shit. What I tell you, they want to reunite. They want to come back around. Hey, baby, we ain't get no younger. We might as well go ahead. Yeah, real creative with the shit too. They're gonna be real creative with it. They coming up with an elaborate plan, an elaborate scheme. For some of y'all, you may be the wife and they broke up with you. That's because they wanted to go, or you the husband and they broke up with you temporarily because they wanted to go be with their little fling. They locked in with this person. They got to know this person. They assess them. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they got their own place. They live by themselves. They got like one kid or don't got no kids, or they single and they got kids, but they got money. You know what I'm saying? They doing their own thing. Okay, we know each other for a minute. All right, then I'm tired of this bitch. I'm tired of this dude over here that I'm with. Or, this my wife or my husband. They ain't going no damn where. I'm ready to, I'm itch. I got an itch I want to scratch. I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna break up with my wife, walk out on her ass because she think I ain't going nowhere, or this husband, I'm gonna walk out on him because he swear I ain't going nowhere because we married. I tell y'all, watch out for these people that be in relationships playing games, using y'all as pawns in between their relationships. This is what this person is doing. Yeah, see, they travel. Okay, this is somebody who's gonna travel to somebody. Okay, they're gonna go stay with this person. They're gonna go visit this person. Okay, they want to go. Oh, they gonna fight with their husband or their wife. Oh, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Well, go ahead and leave then. Get the hell out. You gonna be back anyway. No, I'm out. And they leave for about a good hell. Maybe they leave for a year, but they go right back. They just wanted to sniff around and see what this person had going on and use this person. That's all. This shit is bananas. Bananas. Look at rejection. That's the universal divine protection. But some of y'all, like I said, you can't have a baby by this person and you bugging out and don't understand why. Or you can't get this woman pregnant and you're bugging out and you don't understand why. Because it ain't meant for you to be with them. It ain't meant for you to have kids with this person. It's fated. Okay? For some of y'all, this is a lesson. That's why judgment is here. It's about control. What I tell you, I can't make this shit up. I cannot make this up. It's just about sex. For some of y'all, this is all it is. They looking at you like, oh, you ain't getting no dick or you ain't getting no pussy, so uh you must be lonely. Okay, well, let me talk to you. Let me get to know you. Let me be on the phone with you. Let me talk to you. Let me see what's going on. Let me try to get over to your house, see if you let me take you out, or see if I can find out where you live, or come to your house, and maybe I could move in, and I'll help you, give you, act like I'm gonna give you a couple dollars until I move in, and then once I move in, I'm gonna quit my job or act like I got fired, and then boom, I gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, that's the plan. That's the plan. Be careful. Be careful. It's a lot of people out here scheming, and then there's some people they're not telling you they got fired. They just coming to visit. But some of y'all, somebody traveling to you. Oh, I'm in town. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. See, they want to isolate you from your friends or family, or for some of y'all, because you by yourself, they think they could play you. Paranoid. Yeah, they paranoid because shit is coming back. And for some of you, the drowning energy here. Some of y'all are paranoid about this person. You don't feel comfortable, and you shouldn't. If your intuition is telling you that, listen to it. Drowning over your head, overextended, rock bottom. This is how they gonna have you. This is how they gonna have you. For some of you, that's where they are right now. They feel overwhelmed, rock bottom. For some of you, they partner cheating on them. And so what they trying to do is they trying to, oh well, if you could do it, I could do it too. So they could be trying to come to you and use you as a pawn so they could make their partner jealous. Be careful. I'm getting a lot of phone energy here, phone calls, okay? Communication, text messages, all of that type of stuff. Don't allow people to just use you, okay? If there's a situation and it's not working out, there's a reason it's not working out. You want to try to look at it from a spiritual perspective. A lot of people don't, but you should try to, because everything it's more than just the 3D realm here. You know, sometimes when things don't make sense in the 3D, it's because it's a spiritual situation going like, why can't I get pregnant by him? Or why can't I get her pregnant? I got other chicks pregnant. Or I have babies by other dudes. Why can't I get pregnant by him? Hmm. It's a reason. It's a reason. But there's a couple different messages in here, so don't mind me. I just be channeling. So if it come out and it sound like it's muffled or rattled or whatever, that's because I'll be channeling what I'm getting from the cards. All right, but that's what I got for y'all. I wish y'all the best. I'll see you in the next reading later.